Hey, I'm live and I'm at a park and I just bicycled here. Gonna go to 10 miles. Yeah, and it's hot out here. The humidity is high and there's a heat warning. And I was gonna go run the horse over there, but it's all in the sun. So I don't think that would be a wise move. I'm fasting right now and so I got my water. So I figured I'd sit down and do a video. So, now doing my fitness, um, doing low carb today. Yesterday I didn't do any fitness because I have some kind of weird nerve issues. I don't know. You know, I fell when I did Ironman in was it 2016? So I had 11 sutures in my elbow. So I have some kind of nerve damage. I don't know. So, and then I have some kind of pain in my wrist. It radiates, and so when that starts acting up, I have to, because this bike here, I sit higher and I reach down, and I'm putting all the tension on my elbows. I got to get a better bike where I can rest my arms right up here and not leaning on my arms. So, just sitting here chilling, and I'm reading a book called Gandhi's Way, and sit here for a little bit, relax. It's nice and peaceful. This is the area, and there's a little kids area. There's tennis courts, there's basketball, there's places you can have a party, there's grills, and then there is the track, but I'm not going to walk it because it's all in the sun, and it's kind of hot. So, and anyway, I had to bicycle 5 miles back to my house, so it's a total of about a 10-mile bike. And then tonight I'll run 3 miles, and then I'll do another bike ride. But there's a cross breeze here, so it's not too bad. So I'm just chilling, and got some news that my first husband, we were married only 2 years legally, 2.5 years. My daughter, who's 32, from him. The reason why I divorced him back then was because he was a con artist. He was a narcissist. He's a liar, cheater, drug addict, alcoholic, verbal abuser. Not a nice person. Not a nice person. And when I met him, I was only 22 years old, looking for love in all the wrong places. I thought he was a decent guy. Turned out he wasn't, right? So, I didn't marry him for very long. He went to jail because he stole somebody's credit card, and then he got back into drugs and turned into some kind of madman, and so he was only in my life for about 3 years, and then he left, and then I never saw him again. My daughter didn't see him until she was 12 or 13, and then he started, he said that he was going to do things right. He never paid any child support. He was what you call those deadbeat dads. So he had remarried to this woman who had 3 girls, and that's another story in itself. But as it turned out, he was abusing the middle daughter. She had alopecia areata. Found out that he was molesting her, so I was glad I got rid of that sucker. So just found out that he died of liver cancer. He was 58. I don't feel sorry for him one bit. he has another daughter. He got somebody else pregnant in a one-night stand. So Amber has a half sister out there. She's like, well, my daughter's 32, so uh, Cassandra is about 20, 28, 29, somewhere is around there. But she has 3 kids. My daughter has 1 kid. He is, what's going to be 15 months old, AJ. So, despite that, my daughter turned out pretty good, and she has a great career. She has a fantastic, supportive husband. She has a nice family life, and I'm so happy for her that things turned out well for her, that she has an intact family, and she has a great career, and she's happy. So that's all that matters. So, yeah, he died of liver cancer, because he did drugs. I don't know what kind of drugs he did. He used to smoke pot in the beginning, and then when he was younger, teenage, and then, it progressed to he was doing something with a needle. Either it was meth or heroin or crack. Who knows? Drug addicts, they do whatever they can do. They don't care, drug of choice, So, he went to jail. He cheated a lot of people anyway. So, make a long story short, I think the devil has him, and I think the devil's going to burn him good, because I know he hurt a lot of people. And I don't think, I'm not a really religious person, but I don't think he's going to. I think that people that do bad things don't go to a good place when they die. Wherever you go when you die, whether or not you go any place or you stay there or your soul, who knows? Nobody, they claim to come back and tell you, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, 58 years old, and he died basically a lonely man. So they say karma, right? Karma. So, I understand addiction because I have a psychology degree. But the thing about it is that, you can be self-destructive yourself, but when you destruct other people and you really do bad things to other people, that's not a good thing. And sometimes you do things intentionally that hurt others, but when you do things intentionally to hurt others, that's another thing, right? So anyway, that's my philosophy. I'm going to be 58 years old. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to maintain my health, because everybody knows that when you get older, you get, especially when you get over 50, things start to fall apart, right? Start to fall apart because the body starts to break down, right? So, give you a body shot. These are my cycle pants, and yeah. So, when you get older, you get like pains in your joints and shit like that. You gotta take, what do you call that? Ibuprofen or some shit like that to open up your hip flexors, because your hip flexors, especially a woman, they get real tight. So you gotta open them up, open those hip flexors up, open them up, yeah, especially when you're doing fitness. God, open up this side. Open up the psoas muscle or the hip flexor. I don't have any shapewear on. Anyway, so that's the story. Thank you for tuning in, and Make a comment, thumbs up. Let me know you're still watching. I don't get many views, but this is just for my, just to me to look back to see what's going on in my life. So, thank you, and just remember that try to do good for somebody today, or make a smile, or tell somebody you love them. See ya.